guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my February book haul. Now, I was a bit naughty this month. I bought a lot more books than I bought in January. But February's been a crap reading month and February was my shopping trip with Gemma where I bought 17 books. I started work at a charity bookshop. Dangerous. And I wanted to feel a bit better because I had a bit of a low month with the books not being good. So, yes, I bought 30 books, but like I said, 17 of those were with Gemma in Wokingham. I got given 3 by Gemma, so I bought 30, so I'm up 33 books, but I did unhaul 10 unread, and I've probably read way more than 23 books off my shelves, because like I said, I'm focusing on getting books read off my shelves. Today I'm going to finish another couple. So, enough rambling, let's get on with it and show you the books I got. I did buy 14 contemporary, and I've got quite a few other ones, but I wanted to say I did buy 14 contemporary. But before I start, let me show you the books that Gemma gave me. The first one was in the charity shop. She got me this, Amari and the Night Brothers, which Ange from Angie Henderson, she actually read this as part of one of her projects for middle grade fantasy, and she said she loved this. And it's nearly middle grade March, so couldn't wait to pick that one up. So I was really grateful when Gemma got me that. Because I had a rough month in January, Gemma decided to cheer me up and she bought me the Vanishing Bride, which is a book that's been on my Amazon wishlist for a while. It's about the Brontes and they are being detectives in this. The lovely Julie from Hungry Bookworm had spoken about this book quite a lot, so I really wanted this book. To do with the Brontes, loving mysteries, perfect. Can't wait to hear about that. I believe this is like a proof edition, I think. A young wife and a mother have gone missing from their home in Yorkshire in 1945, leaving behind 2 small children and a large pool of blood. Just a few miles away, the humble parson's daughters, the Bronte sisters, learn of the crime and are horrified and intrigued. I won't go into too much detail on all the books because I have got so many books to do. But if you want any more details on any of the books, please let me know in the comments below and I will tell you. And then lastly, she got me this, which is a book that she got sent as a proof, and she gave me this as a gift. This is another mystery. It Could Never Happen Here. The Lakers organised annual golf outings and lucrative fundraisers. They all meet at the Strand every Thursday morning. Strand Cafe. And if you wanted your child to make the swim team or anything else, yeah, you had to better believe pulling up a chair and ordering a flat white. This is quite a gorgeous book. Actually, it's alright. Quite a nice book. Very grateful for Gemma's getting me that. So those are my 3 books that are my gifts. That side of it's going to be a bit higher, I think, in March because it's my birthday in March. As you well know, so when this goes live, it will be just before my birthday. So now for the contemporaries. Now, first of all, you know that I read the lovely book by Freya North. I read, where is it up there? Little Wings, last in January for a read along. And I decided to look for her backlist books. I found 2 this month. I found Rumours, which is, rumour has it, Stella Hutton landed a dream job thanks to her family connections. She's guarded about her past and private new life. Over in New Long Dansbury's, there's always a rumour circulating about Xander, the eligible bachelor. Then a rumour starts that Longridge Hall is up for sale, so it's all to do with rumours. Don't need to know any more than that. Look forward to reading that. Some of these books I know a bit more about than others. Sometimes I've bought them for the author. The next one was one that Freya North talked about this in our tandem live chat on Instagram, and she's spoken about this set of books. I believe there's Cat, Pip and someone else, another sister. And this one's about Cat, and obviously I like cats. So. And this is one of the ones that Freya North started with. It's one of her earliest books. And Catriona McCabe is only ever known as Cat and is trying to improve her career as a sports journalist and get over a failed relationship. What better way to do them both than spend the summer following the Tour de France? I love the sound of this, and she actually really liked this book, the author Freya North, so the fact that she liked it, can't wait to read that. I'm trying to find room on my shelves when I reorganise them after this is going to be a nightmare. Then this book was, I remember that Nightingale Point I read about a year or 2 ago. My sister lent me that, and this is his new Llewellyn Golding's newest book, so to find it for £1 in my Baz Books was amazing. I don't know too much about it, but I do know that Nightingale Point was amazing. It was very hard-hitting, but very well done. For years, Yvonne has tried to keep her demons buried and focus on moving forward, but the guilt is always with her and weighs heavily on her heart. Kiami has to grow up without a mother. While there is so much she remembers about her, there's plenty he doesn't know, and there's only one person can fill in the gaps. When Kiami seeks Yvonne out to ask her to come with him to Kenya, the place holds answers to many of his questions, and she can't refuse. And that move between London and Kenya, spanning over 2 decades. This needs to be moved off that shelf and onto my historical fiction, actually. So that's actually 13 contemporaries, because that's actually historical fiction. Didn't realise. But I can't wait. By the way, if you hadn't sensed, I kind of had my hair cut today, so it's why I'm playing with it. This book jumped out at me the first shift that I had at First Books, and it's called The Family Gift by Kathy Kelly. It has the word family, has the word gifts, and I remember this one's being spoken about. I think I saw it on Amazon, actually. Freya Abalone has a big, messy, wonderful family. She has an exciting new career as a celebrity chef and a new home that makes her feel safe. But behind the happy front, Freya feels like she's being pulled in 100 directions. Life has thrown Freya some lemons and she's learnt to juggle them. As a mum, I really get that. So I think that's all I really need to say about that. As a mum, how many times am I, not just as a mum, but as a person, we all tend to be juggling lemons, and we all tend to put up a happy front. So this book looks really good fun. I loved this Shopaholic series when I read it borrowed it from my sister a few years ago. It's actually the series that got me back into books. So I'm going to start buying the series. I do like Snoopy's going to this book, and this is the first in the series. Everyone's heard about the Shopaholic series. It's one of her first and biggest series, and this is the first one of it. I love the Shopaholic series. The first book made me crack up. I don't want to read it until I've got more of the series, because I'll probably want to read them in consecutive order, but yay, the first book. Can't wait for that. I don't need to say any more about that. Now, you all know that I loved the other book by this author, Catherine Isaac. I read it in December. So let's hope I can see if she's got it, see if she wrote that one first, but no, like she probably didn't. And that was This Is You, Me and Everything, and I think this one's tackling some really good things in it, from what I can gather. Okay, so no, it's not that. Doesn't tell me that, but it is about Jess and her 10-year-old son William set off to spend the summer in Chateau, I can't say the French word, deep in the enduring hills of Dorlogne. There, her ex-boyfriend Adam runs an exquisite hotel and a restored castle, and has little to do with his son's upbringing. But Jess is in France for a more important urgent. She has to witness she wants to fulfil the wishes of her mother, who's in the late stages of a neurodegenerative disease. And that was what got me, the neurogenesis. I can't talk today, I'm not even hungover. But yeah, that caught me. I love this author's other work. Can't wait to pick this one up. This book, I believe that the lovely Nikki from Red Dot Read spoke about, and this is Away with the Penguins. Now, there is another book that's on my Amazon wish list, and I thought that was the first book. I thought this was the first book, but it's debatable. Is this the first in the series, or is this the second? Please, Nikki, if you're watching, let me know. I love the idea of the penguins. Winter. I won't read this till the winter, to be honest. Yvonne McCready lives in a mansion by the sea. She loves a nice cup of tea and a good wildlife documentary. She's never seen without her ruby red lipstick, because these days Veronica is rarely seen by anyone, because at 85 her days are spent mostly at home alone. Veronica doesn't have a family or friends nearby, not that she knows about, and she has no idea that she's going to leave her considerable worth when she dies. I don't know any more than that, but I know that Nikki liked this book, or liked this author, so I like the books about penguins, so I just kind of picked it out. Do random things. That was my charity shop with Gemma. That was one of our cheapest charity shops. Now this one I bought because of the lovely Gemma from Gemma Books. She spoke about Mike Gale's books, and this one had been jumping out at me at the charity shops for ages. And after Gemma's liking this author, I thought, oh, I'm going to try it. Strangers living worlds apart, but isn't that always the way? One lady is a single mum living in a South London estate. Noah Martineau is a successful barrister living with a beautiful wife. Adopted as a young child, Noah's never looked back. When Kerry contacts Noah, the siblings she has lost on the day they were torn apart as children, she sets in motion a chain of events that will change both their lives forever. This does look good. Can't wait to actually read that one. That one might get read sooner, actually. Then this was my last page tune book to get, other than the Jessie Jefferson YA books that I need for page tunes read along. The one we fell in love with, and I remember loving this because it's about 3 sisters, I think they are. 3 different girls have one thing, no, they're not sisters, but the 3 different girls have one thing in common: Angus. the one they fell in love with. I remember loving this book when I first read it. So to read it for the body, read along, it's brilliant. It's about Phoebe, Eliza and Rose. What more do I need to know? Page 2. Got it for £1. Not complaining. This was another book that I don't remember. I remember people talking about this, but I can't remember why. So again, I saw it and I liked the sound of it. It's got the balloon, got the birds. Dear Emmy Blue, maybe her love story is just the beginning. Again, this is another one that has... Don't know why it jumped out at me. Emmy Blue has a secret. A long time ago, Emmy Blue released a red balloon with a secret message hidden inside. And against all odds, across hundreds of oceans, it was found on a beach in France by a boy called Lucas. 14 years later, on the eve of her 30th birthday, Emmy hopes that Lucas is about to kiss her, and she never expected to announce that he was going to marry someone else. That sounds good. Looking forward to that. The next one is by an author that I've grown to really love, Rowan Coleman. This is The Accidental Wife, which is actually the first in the series, and I've got the second that I bought before this. Sorry about the next door's dog. And this is about Alison James and Catherine Ashley. And it's about families, about wives, and it's the first in series, so I had to get it. Got that. Then I bought, I'm going to tell you this. This is another book. I will be honest, I did buy another book that's going on March's haul from this author. And this is by Ali McNamara. Now, she's an author that's got chronic pain, and I've loved her books. I'm really collecting quite a few of them. This is set in the blue skies over the lovely little Irish town of Ballycanary. And set in the island, it's Serendipity Parker is looking for the perfect house for her client. But when she finds a gorgeous property in Ballycanary, there's a small problem. No one seems to know who owns it. This looks good. It looks quite summery. The cover got me. It was one of those cover buys because it looked gorgeous. Cover buys, and it's by an author that I love. What more do I need? It's beautiful. Then the next two books, I'm going to put them together because they're both by Kathy Bramley and they're both part of the same series. This, I can't even remember what the name of the series is called, but this series, I've wanted this book, Lemon Tree Cafe, which is a book, and it centres around Lizzie and Gemma, who I meet in later books in the series. And this one is about Rosie, and she's to do with the Lemon Tree Cafe. So these books are both set in the same sort of town, with the same characters that mix up in different of the books in the series. And I can't remember which order they're in, so I'm going to have to check out which order I've got to read them in, but kind of completes a few more series, and it's Kathy Bramley. I love this series of books. This author is bringing characters, she's doing what Page 2 does, which is bringing characters from different books into these books, and I love that. So can't wait to get to those. So that's all the contemporaries. I've got 2 YA, 1, 2, 3 middle grade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-fiction, only one historical fiction. God, what's been going on with me this month? And then I've got 4 classics. By the way, I'm going to put Agatha Christie with my classics, I think. But should she go with mystery? I think she's going to go with classic. We'll have to see. I think at the moment she'll go with mystery, but she'll go with classic, but she may end up being moved to mystery. So I'll show you the first 2 books. I'll show you the first book. This is the last book that I had to get by Bridget Kemner in her sort of YA kind of style. She's got some, and I haven't read this one. It was on my Amazon wishlist for ages. And then when I bought a middle grade book, which I'll show you shortly, I had to top the money up to a tenner to get the free delivery. And this one jumped out at me. Letters to the Lost. I've read the second in the series and I loved it. And so I wanted to read this first one. It's very YA, but I thought, do you know what? I've got some YA. Juliet Young has always written letters to her mother. Even after her mother's death, she leaves letters at her grave. It's the only thing that helps Juliet cope. Declan Murphy is a kind of tough guy you wouldn't want to cross, but while on community service, doing landscaping for a local cemetery, he's haunted by ghosts of his own. When Declan finds the love letter beside a grave, he can't resist writing back. Soon he is sharing his pain with a perfect stranger. Except they're not strangers, and when real life interferes with their secret life of letters, Juliet and Declan discover the truths that may tear them apart. I love Bridget Kemner's writing. She's brilliant at YA, and I can't wait to read that. Then this one, everyone's been talking about the Heart. I know that the Heartbreak series or Heartless series is the author's Alice Osman's prolific work. They're their doodah graphic novels, but I don't have graphic novels and I can't find them in the charity shop. So when I saw Loveless by Alice Oseman, I thought I'd have to get it. I wanted to try and get some Alice Oseman work. And this is about Georgia, who's never been in love, never kissed anyone, nor ever had a crush. But as a fanfic obsessed romantic, she's sure she'll find passion one day. At university, Georgia makes a plan to find love. When her actions wreak havoc among her friends, she questions why romance seems so easy for other people. When new terms thrown at her, asexual, aromantic, Georgia is more uncertain about her feelings than ever. So I'm looking forward to trying the first piece of work by this author. Hope I like it. Then the most recent book I bought literally a couple of days ago, and I bought because of Middle Grade March, is The Girl Who Drank the Moon. This has been all over BookTube over the years. I may get to it this Middle Grade March, or I may get to it next Middle Grade March, but I thought I'd show you this. I'm not sure, depends on how I do with Middle Grade March. But there is magic in starlight, of course. It's well known. Moonlight, however, that's a different story. Moonlight is magic. Ask anyone you like. Every year, the people of the I can't say it. Leave a baby as a sacrifice to a witch who lives in the forest. But the witch, Zan, is a kind one. She rescues the children and delivers them to welcoming families on the other side of the forest, nourishing their babies with starlight on the journey. One year, Zan accidentally feeds the baby moonlight instead of starlight, filling the ordinary child with extraordinary magic. Zan decides she must raise the girl, who she calls Luna, as her own. As Luna's 13th birthday approaches, her magic begins to emerge with dangerous and thrilling consequences. Really hope I like this. I'm really excited about that. Then obviously you all know about this book because I'm reading it in March. Storm of Sisters, which is the 4th book in the series. I don't need to say any more. It's about the 3 sisters that I love in the town of Wilderness. And the 3 sisters are brilliant. I'm reading it with Charlie from Charles Heathcote. Can't bloody wait. I don't need to say any more. I love sisters. I love storms. I love magic. And if this book is half as good as the 3rd in this series, I will scream my head off. I love it. Can't wait. Then the last middle grade book is one of the Mary Poppins series. Again, it's not in order, but it's Mary Poppins in the Park. I love Mary Poppins. It reminds me of my childhood. Loved the film. This is actually the 4th book in the series, and I think I've read the 1st or 2nd, and it's Mary Poppins. What more do I need to ask? Then the next book is one I bought purely because of Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Yes, all these channels are going to link below, and Alice keeps laughing because I keep linking her channel on every single blooming video I put up. Alice, you inspired this. Memory of Childhood Reading, Bookworm. It was on my Amazon wishlist. Got it for £1. What more do I want? When Lucy Mangan was little, stories were everything, and she opened up new worlds to everything. Narnia, Kirin Island and Wonderland. I can't wait in the Wombles as well. Get the idea, I'm excited by this book. Too freaking right. This won't take very long to read. Book up book because my sister because Mimi. Friend like Ben. Cat. Friend. Non-fiction. What more do you want? Remarkable true story of companionship and friendship between one boy and his cat. This little boy is like socially withdrawn, and he's got problems, and he's really upset, and this little cat saves him. What more do I want? I know my cats really help Mimi, so can't wait. The next one is Maggie and Me, which my lovely friend Ange has spoken about. She loved it. It's kind of got apparently the Shuggy Bain vibe, but this is non-fiction. It's set in Glasgow, 1984. 8-year-old Damien Barr watches in horror as his mum rips off her wedding ring and packs their bags. As Thatcher takes hold of Britain, she snatches school milk, smashes the unions, and makes Reed good. Yet somehow, in the writing strikes, AIDS and the Clause 28, Damien manages to fall in love, dances with Madonna in London's only gay club, and discovers that stories can save your life. This is brilliant. Can't wait to read that. And I've got 2 foster care books. Hint, hint, there'll be another 2 in March. I've got The Innocent Sick Baby and The Terrible Secret. I'm trying to read like a Kathy Glass book a month, but I won't pay full price because I'll read them and I won't keep them. This first one's about Tilly. I think I might have got this a second time. Tilly hates her stepfather Dave. He abuses her mother, but when she refuses to leave him, frightened for her own safety, Tilly asks to go into care and is placed with Kathy. Tilly arrives with a graze on her cheek, and Kathy becomes increasingly concerned by Dave's behaviour. I think I might have bought that twice. We'll have to wait and see. And then we've got Innocent Baby. and that's about Darcy May, a 2-day-old baby that she looks after. Better go and put that one to double check that. Oopsie. If I bought it twice, I'm going to get told off by Chris because I'm being silly. The next one is my only historical fiction, and that's A Beautiful Spy by Rachel Hoare. I've got The Love Child by this author, and I don't know why it jumped out at me. Set in 1928, Minnie craves excitement and a sense of purpose, not for the future as a dutifully married woman. When chance arrives to strike out on her own, she grabs it and heads to London. This looks good. That's my other one, so that's going to have to go there. Then the next classic is one, I don't think this is a Victober one, but it's Robinson Crusoe. Again, you all know about that. It was first published in 1719, so I think it's one of my oldest classics. And it's this character of Crusoe has entered the consciousness of every succeeding generation as readers interpret it. It looks gorgeous, and it's a Wordsworth Classics edition, which I love, so that's beautiful. This one is inspired by the lovely Katie at Books and Things. I really, if I remember to link everyone's channels down below, it'd be a blooming miracle. But it's Wilkie Collins. I friggin' love The Moonstone. I'm starting to collect my books for Victober. This is Arnadel. I think I only paid about £1 for it, or £1.50. Don't want to know too much. Katie liked it. I think Katie liked it. I know quite a few other people have liked this. For £1, sorted. The next one was my bargain in a charity shop. This was only £1, and this is the most gorgeous edition of Jamaica Inn. As you guys know, I read this last year or the year before. Thoroughly loved it, and I wanted a really nice edition of it. And this is a stunning edition. It's a Virago Modern Classics edition. I don't need to tell you about Jamaica Inn. It's in my opinion, it's Daphne du Maurier's favourite work. I love Rebecca. I love her works in general, and this is just stunning. So I've got my own copy of that. And the last but not least, the most recent book I bought, and then there were none by Agatha Christie. This is my first Agatha Christie, and it won't be my last. It's a standalone. It's apparently very gory. It's got the guest list vibes, but set in but a classic edition of it. It's short and sweet. I don't know whether I'm guessing I'm apparently gonna like it. I don't know which other Agatha Christie books to start with, so let me know. I am messaging Alice quite a lot and Charlie quite a lot to find out what their opinions on it are. But yeah, this is the last one. So that is all my books that I bought in February. Yes, thank God I unhauled 10 unread. I've already got a few unread books to unhaul for March, and I've got a lot of books to read in March, because otherwise I'm going to end up going up. I think at this rate my physical TBR will be going down, but not going down as much as last month did. But it's going down. That was the idea. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.